Hello and welcome to another ideaSPACE craft along with the Public Library of Brookline. My name is Christy and I'm a reference and technology librarian at the Brookline Village Library. And I'm here today in our ideaSPACE to show you all how to make your very own mini macrame wall hanging. Let's get started.
Is this your first Public Library of Brookline to go program? Here's how it works. Each month, the library is offering new take-home program kits, complete with everything you need to follow along and video or written instructions created by one of your local librarians. The best part? Absolutely no due dates. You can keep everything included in your kit. Visit brklib.com/to-go for a full list of our current kit offerings and follow the link there or visit brklib.com/eventbrite to reserve yours for free pickup at any library location. Now let's get crafting. Today's project will take most makers about 2 hours to complete. Here's what you'll find inside this month's kit. A bundle of pre-cut macrame rope, a small wooden dowel, and an envelope filled with some wooden beads and a bit more macrame rope. From home, you'll also need to gather a pair of scissors and some tape. We'll be using Scotch tape, but masking or washi tapes work as well. Take a moment to gather your materials and then we'll get started. To start our wall hanging, we're going to prepare and anchor our dowel hanger. Find the small piece of macrame rope that's in your envelope and double knot the ends to the ends of your dowel. This will serve as our hanger. Next, tape down the hanger to a flat work surface like a table or wood floors, doing your best to make sure the dowel ends up straight. You'll want at least 2 feet of workspace available in front of the dowel when you're done. Macrame uses combinations of knots to create patterns and shapes out of rope. We'll be learning 3 knots today, and I'll demonstrate each one both on this hanger and again in a digital diagram, so don't worry if it's a little tricky to follow along at first. We're going to start with a knot called the Larks head. Unwrap your large bundle of rope and separate one cord from the rest. Fold this cord in half, lining up the ends, then feed both ends behind and around the wooden dowel. Pull the ends towards you, then feed them through the loop formed by the fold. You should end up with a knot on your dowel and 2 open ends facing towards you. Let's look at this knot one more time in a diagram. With your rope folded in half, you'll feed the ends under your dowel away from you, then wrap them back over the dowel towards you. As you pull, you'll feed the ends through the loop that's formed by the folded side of the rope. That's it, you've done a Lark's head knot. Rewatch this part of the video as many times as you need to until you feel comfortable. Then repeat the Lark's head knot with the rest of your 12 ropes. You should end up with a total of 24 loose ends facing you. Ready for your next knot? This one's called a square knot. We'll learn it in 2 parts. First, separate the first 4 strands of rope on the left side of your hanging. This will be the first 2 Lark's head knots. You can push the rest out of your way while you work. Now pull the 2 center cords straight towards you. The outside 2 cords will be knotted around these ones. Take the right side cord and bring it over the center cords and under the far left cord. I find it easiest to keep track of the unders and overs by making a backwards figure 4 shape with this rope. Next, bring the left hand cord under the center cords and over the original right hand cord. Pull both the left and right cords taut until they form a knot around the center cords. Let's look at that again in a diagram. Using the first 4 cords on the left side of your hanging, pull the 2 center cords straight towards you and separate out your far left and far right cords. Now bring the right hand cord over the center cords and under the left hand cord, leaving a big loop. Finally, bring your left hand cord under the center cords and out over the right hand cord. Pull both the left and right hand cords taut to the top of your hanging. You did part 1. Part 2 of the square knot is the same process but backwards. Bring the cord that's now on the left side of your center cords over the center cords and under the right hand cord, forming a figure 4. Then feed the right hand cord under the center cords and up through the loop formed by the left hand cord. Pull it taut. Let's look at that one more time in a diagram. Using your left hand cord, create a figure 4 that goes over the center cords and under the right side cord. Then bring the right side cord under the center cords and over the left side cord and pull them taut. We're going to repeat this process all the way across our wall hanging. When you've finished your first square knot, push these cords out of your way and tie another square knot with the next 4 cords to your right. You'll do this a total of 6 times in the first row. Once you get to the end of the row, separate out the first 2 and the last 2 cords on each end of your hanging and move them out of the way. Now take the new first 4 cords on the left and make a square knot with those. You'll be using 2 cords from your first square knot and 2 cords from your second square knot. Continue square knotting across the row just like you did the last time. When you run out of cords, once again move your first 2 and last 2 cords out of your way and knot another row of square knots across your new row. You'll knot a total of 5 rows like this until you have just 4 cords left for a final square knot. Okay, it's time for our final knot. This one's called a double half hitch knot. Bring all your cords back down towards you if you still have them pushed out of the way. Take the first cord on the left and drape it across all the cords to the right of it, following the diagonal path of your hanging. Now take the second cord from the left and bring it over, then under the diagonal cord and pull it taut. Then bring it around and under the diagonal cord again and pull it taut again. Now repeat this step with the next loose cord from the left, still wrapping around the original diagonal rope that came from the far left side. Let's see what this looks like in a diagram. Bring the far left cord of your hanging diagonally across all your other cords, following the shape of your existing knots. This cord won't move at all at any point during the process. Now bring the second cord from the left up and over the diagonal cord, then under it to the left. Pull this taut and repeat this step one more time, bringing the same cord over the diagonal cord, then under it to the left. When this is finished, repeat this step with each of the cords on the left side of your hanging, still working around the same diagonal cord. When you reach the center of your hanging, go back to the far left again and repeat this process with the new far left cord as your diagonal rope, so you end up with 2 rows of knots. Now do another 2 rows of double half hitch knots on the right side of your hanging. This time your diagonal rope will be the far right rope, and you'll work towards the center from right to left, but the process will remain the same. To finish your hanging, tie the center 4 cords into a final square knot. Now you can add beads to your hanging cords, knot the ends, and trim them to whatever length you'd like. Remove the tape from your hanging cord and you're ready to display your macrame masterpiece. Thank you all so much for crafting with us today. We would love to see what you made with your kit, so please feel free to share your project with us on social media using the hashtag #MakeYourOwnStory. The Craft Along program is generously sponsored by the library trustees and the Friends of the Brookline Public Library. From all of us here at the library, we miss you and wish you very happy making.